Alright everyone, welcome back. Familiar skies, somewhat. Lambertville, finally selling off the pile. Let's do some good selling and start clearing out some inventory. Hopefully people show up. It's very windy right now. Alright, time to set up. I don't know how well you guys can see me right now, but I stepped in a puddle up by the Porta-Johns and my left foot is soaking wet. And I don't have any dry socks because I used my last dry socks the last time my feet got wet. I think it was a big rainstorm we had. Anyway, I guess it's time to set up. There's not a whole lot of vendors. Well, at least not yet. We'll see how well this turns out. All right, thank you very much. Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Maybe it'll sell.
It's real.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, Angie.
Alright, gotta find a hand warmer. The wind is brutal. It wasn't really cold out. Oh, it doesn't say on the thing. Oh, it's gonna get colder later, but this morning it's 38 degrees. Super, super windy though. Not a great day to be selling at a flea market. But it's going right through my jacket. It's going through my pants. My hands are like ice cubes. Hand warmers. I've gone through so many this year. So to everyone who sent me hand warmers in the mail, there's like 3 of you that sent them in the last couple months. I greatly appreciate it. I haven't gone through all of them, but I've gone through a couple packs, which usually I don't do. So thank you. So there's still stuff that we haven't put out, but we're going to just hold off for another week. There's a lot out there, and there's just no space to really put it. It's already feel like it's kind of dying off. This wind is just killing the crowd. The vendors, there's like no real vendors here. Just maybe 6, 8. I'll show you. I think the opposite side of us, I don't think there's even one person set up. And I think there's only one person to our left. Yeah, one person to our left, and then that whole row is all empty. And then maybe there's like 2 vendors all the way down at the bottom, maybe 3. I thought it was going to be a beautiful day. How can we be so wrong? We both thought it was going to be a beautiful day. Oh well. No one asked me about my sign. It's fallen over so many times I can't tell you that there wasn't enough dents in it now, or then. There is now. It doesn't even look good when you stand in front of it, and it has the shadows of this stuff.
How much is this?
How upstairs?
Only if you have.
Yes.
Wow, wait.
You know, it's a lot warmer in my house.
Yeah, it's not the temperature, it's the wind. I really didn't expect anybody here today. Certainly not what was in the paper. Look.
I mean,
I think we're going to start packing up. It's not even 8:30, but it is just too windy, too cold. And I guess everyone's just staying home today because of that. Made some sales. Didn't get rid of my big furniture, which I was hoping for. But what are you gonna do? Dude, $2 on it.
Yeah, okay.
All right, so I think we'll head up over to Wind Gap, meet my friend, see if he wants to consign some of this deer stuff. This was up at the warehouse, just got back, and put some trash in here. Didn't fill up a whole trash can. Usually when I'm at the flea market during the summer months, I'll end up coming home with about three bins of trash. At least, you know, when it's like the end of the cycle for the stuff. If I go to Leesport, maybe I'll fill up one can of trash. That's just from stuff that's broken over transit, things that might have broken at the flea market, things that might have been, you know, whatever, you know, stained. But speaking of broken, this one's cracked on the bottom, on the opposite side. It's missing a whole chunk. It's also starting to break apart up here. That's not too big of an issue, but it's not flat either. I had 2 people ask me about it. I said $10 for this. As you guys know, I always complain about my warehouse, and I think it's time I'm just going to get rid of it. If people didn't want to buy it today for $10, I know it's a little colder. I'm not going to save it for another 2 or 3 months and have it become a headache if maybe 2 or 3 months someone doesn't want to give me $10. So it was fun while it lasted, but that is going away. That is the sign that fell over, the Pepsi sign. We'll see if the guy wants to consign that. It's another piece. Actually, no one even asked me about that today, the Pepsi sign. Not one person asked me. Someone did ask if I had more signs, which I wouldn't say drives me through a wall, but if you're not interested in one thing, you shouldn't ask if I have more of it. If you're interested in it and you're willing to buy it, asking me if I have more makes me more enticed to bring more or sell you more. But if you're not interested in buying something, don't ask if I have more of it. It is kind of like, it is something as a seller, it's one thing. As a seller, you would understand, but as a buyer, you might not understand. The same thing with, like, if I'm taking out boxes or I'm bringing out stuff and I still have stuff in the van and you haven't bought anything or you're not buying anything, don't ask to see something else that's in the van, right? If you're not buying stuff, if you're not spending money, don't make me do more work so that you may or may not spend money. If that makes sense. It seems weird to talk about, because I think if you're not a seller, you probably wouldn't agree with me. But as a seller, it's just like the small things that kind of matter. If you know, you know. Anyway, so I'm going to take out that, and then we're going to head over to Wind Gap and see what's going on. I don't know if you want to consign this, that. I have some ammo cases as well. And I think there's a couple larger items, brand new items that I had from the storage unit that I wanted to see if you wanted to try selling. But yeah, that's kind of what happened. Still, it's actually getting colder by the hour. The temperature's actually dropping. It's going to drop down to 11. Right now, it's, I think, 26. It's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So, yeah, onward we go. All right, just dropped off the merchandise. Wow, it's kind of been a long day, but it hasn't been a long day. However you want to rule that one. But, yeah. It was fun. It was fun to get back to the flea market. Unfortunately, it didn't work out the way I kind of wanted it to. But regardless, it should, well, we'll see what happens with the next adventure. It's always fun to buy this stuff. Selling it sometimes can be a pain. But I guess warmer weather to come because, well, it can only go up from here. It is February. We'll probably get some warm days here in February. Maybe a couple days where it'll be like 60 or 70. Then things will definitely turn around. But anyway, it's been fun. Thanks for tagging along for another episode here with Taco Stacks. If you guys enjoyed it, hit the like button, subscribe down below for treasure hunts, and to see where this stuff comes from and where this stuff goes. Catch you guys next time for next episode. Till next time, have a great day. Keep living a dream. Peace.